So I heard that you wanted to write a novel, right? Yeah. And you were having some trouble getting started, some trouble with the world building and everything. Yeah. Well, you've come to the right place because I'm here to help you. Yeah. I know it's hard getting started, but it's also exciting. It's like to see the whole process and like how people get started. So how this is going to work is I have some questions for you, and this is all to get like started with the ideas of what you want your world to look like, and just see what ideas you like, what you don't like, and just get an overall feel of like what your world is going to be. Yeah, okay, so I have questions for you. What this is going to look like is there is going to be multiple sessions, each with a different category of how we're going to build your world. And with each session, we're getting closer to the end result, I guess, to the finished product. Sound good to you? Okay, good, nice. So today, in our first session, we have the category geography and nature. So it's basically like the overall theme of the world, I guess. Like what kind of landscapes you want, how the countries are, like what they look like, what the climate is, what the seasons are, things like that, just to get started. Okay, I do want to preface by saying that there's no right or wrong answer. This is all just for ideas, so you can always change your answer at a later point, in a later stage. You can always ask me questions if something is unclear, and just, we're here to brainstorm together. You know, nothing will be set in stone. We're just brainstorming. Okay, so let's get started then. And I do want to start by just writing down your name, because I do have multiple clients and I just don't want to mess up like different words for different people. And it could be your name, it could also be your pen name, just how you want to be known as an author. Just like to have that as the overall like binding factor of all the answers. Okay. Oh, nice, very nice, very nice. Okay, well, let's just get started then, right? The first subcategory. The first subcategory is landscape. So the first question is, are there any forests in your world? Do you want there to be like woods? And, like, do you want them to be like very big, very large forests? Or like small little parks maybe? Okay. And then, are there any tropical areas? So like maybe like beach scenes, beach vibes, or like places where it just never gets cold. Okay. Yes. And then, do you want there to be any grasslands or plains? So just places where nothing can grow, maybe something happened there. Do you want that to be in there? Okay. Yes. And can you describe the night sky for me? You know, you want that to be starry and like clear, or do you want it to be like foggy and... Okay. countries and continents. I have a few questions about that. How would you say the continents are laid out? Or is it all like on one continent? Do you want to have multiple continents? Like, is it a very big world? Is it like a small world? Or do you not know yet? Like, what is your idea? Okay. Yes, okay. Okay. And within those continents, I guess you have like a set continent. Like, how would the countries be laid out? Like, are they small? Are they big? Is there like one big overarching country? Maybe you have just one idea. Or, oh, I don't know. Okay. Okay. And how much land is like temperate or equatorial, polar? Like, what is that? Is it all very close to like the heat? Is it all very close to cold? How is that set? What do you want? Like a cold setting, a warm setting, just a regular setting, like a Mediterranean setting maybe? I want there to be seasons. We're actually gonna go on to seasons, so. Okay. It's a hard question, I wouldn't know either. But, okay. Yes, okay. And then the climate. What would the climate be like? It's kind of like the last question. Is it warm, cold? Like, is it tropical? Is it polar? Mediterranean again? What is the climate like? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And is that consistent or changeable? Maybe it's like it is cold now and then it gets warm as the story progresses because like we're saving the world, or is it very hot and we need to save it from that, or maybe the temperature and like the climate have nothing to do with our story. That could be the case as well. Just, Okay. Okay. And now we're going to go on to seasons. How many seasons would you say there are? Like 4, like we have here on Earth, or is it just winter and summer? And then we can it doesn't have to be summer and winter, of course. We can make our own seasons as well. Yeah. Yeah, okay. And how long would you say those are? Like, are they the same length? Is it very equally divided, or is it one is very long and then the other ones are very short? Okay. Okay. So I already asked this basically, but what seasons are there? So are they made up? Is it spring, summer, autumn, winter? Okay. So that was the first page. Now now let's get on to weather. I've already asked this with the climate, but we need like a little bit more of a feel, like what the weather is like. So is that consistent or changeable? Okay. And the most important question for this one is like, how does that weather affect your characters' lives? So is the weather a problem in the story, or is it just something that is there that doesn't really matter what we want? And I think that's it for like the weather questions. There are a lot. so much for coming in